Emmeline Pankhurst was born. On June 14, 1928, Emmeline Pankhurst died, while
Alice Paul was born January 11, 1885, and died July 9, 1977. Despite not working together, both Alice and Emmeline worked in the same political movement of women's rights.
When I was younger, my mother was an activist for women's rights. I begged her to take me to meetings. After leaving the meeting, I knew that I wanted to give this my life's efforts. When I was about 19, I met Roderick Pankhurst, and even though he was more than 20 years my senior, we fell in love. In 1879, I married Richard Pankhurst. He was the author of the Married Women's Property Act of 1870 and 1882. This allowed women to keep earnings acquired while married and after.
My parents embraced gender equality such as education for women. While growing up, my mother brought me to women's suffrage meetings she attended. I believe this helped pave the way to what I wanted to achieve in my life for women. I attended college at Swarthmore, which was a Quaker school founded by my grandfather. I graduated with a degree in biology in 1905, then proceeded to go to New York School of Philanthropy and received my Master's of Arts degree in sociology in 1907. By 1910, I received my PhD from the University of Pennsylvania.
In 1889, I founded the Women's Franchise League. This helped women fight for a right to vote in local elections.
My first protest parade took place on March 3, 1913. It ended up being the largest protest I ever organized. Approximately 8,000 women and I marched in Washington, D.C. On November 10, 1917, members from the National Women's Party and I were arrested and tortured inhumanely for 4 days before it was dubbed the Night of Terror on November 14th. While arrested, these women and I were denied the basic human right of privacy, along with many other horrible things.
During World War I, my daughters and I encouraged the government to help women get jobs that men had left behind when sent to help with the war. In 1930, a bronze statue of Emmeline Pankhurst was unveiled by Prime Minister Stanley Baldwin in Victoria Tower Gardens in London, England. Mr. Baldwin went on to say, "I say with no fear of contradiction that whatever view posterity may take, Emmeline Pankhurst has won herself a niche in the temple of fame that will last for all time."
I held many protests after this event, but the National Women's Party and I really focused on the Equal Rights Amendment to grant women protection from discrimination. In the 1970s, it was ratified in 30 states. By 1982, it was 3 states short from becoming a constitutional amendment. Alice Paul said, "There will never be a new world order until women are a part of it." Alice Paul also said, "I never doubted the equal rights were in the right direction. Most reforms, most problems were complicated, but to me, there was nothing complicated about ordinary equality."
On June 14, 1928, Emmeline died of an illness in London, England. I believe that if Emmeline were alive today, she'd be very proud of how far women's rights have come. Although women are not yet completely equal to men, which will keep on the down low, I believe that women are strong and independent.
On July 9, 1977, Alice Paul died in Morristown, New Jersey. Throughout her life, she demonstrated that one person can make a difference. If she was alive today, I believe she'd be proud to see how far women's rights have come and would continue to work to make women have equal opportunities to men. Thank you for watching.
So why choose these two in terms of the women's suffrage movement?
We both have always believed women deserve the same rights, so we thought we would do research over that because we believe in it, and we saw that these women had a big part of giving women equal rights to men.
I agree with Melissa. So when you were doing your research for this, is there anything that stood out or some particular interest about their stories?
I thought it was really interesting that they both went through some of the same things, but I liked how big of an impact they had to women's rights.
What stood out to me is that these women had to go through, torture to get what they rightfully deserved.
So impressive. Alyssabeth.